Hello guys, it's Mr. Morrison here. I hope you're all well and keeping safe and coping at home well as best you can in these crazy times we're in at the moment. And what I thought I'd do, I'll send a little video. It's about how to use this program we're going to be using for the time being while we do some home learning, and it's called the Everlearner. Now I thought we'd go through this because we've still unfortunately had a few people who haven't logged on yet, so it might be a case of them having a bit of a walkthrough, and for some people just get a bit clearer understanding how to use this platform. Now you should have had an email a couple of weeks back sent to you about your login details, how to log on to the site. Now if you can't find that email for whatever reason, it's gone into your junk box, or you've missed it for whatever reason, you've had lots of emails coming from other teachers, what you need to do is go to Google and type in the Everlearner. Now in the top corner here you'll see it says your account. All you need to do, your username is your school email address. Okay, now if you can't remember the password or you forget your password at any point, if you click on to forget password, that will send you a direct link to your email account, and you can follow the details from there what to do to get yourself logged back onto the program. Okay, so like I said, your username is your school email address, and then you can set a password which you are going to remember. If you forget that little bit there, forget password, sends you a link and you'll be able to log yourself back in. Okay, now when we set a assignment for you, okay, it's going to work in two ways. I'll send a video link, or Mr. Fidel Silent will, what they want you to watch, and then we'll send you a little mini test as well to go with it, and that test will include stuff from previous learning to make sure we don't lose any of that content that we've worked through for the start of the year, and anything else that we touched during the lessons we can set you to watch. Now your email, I'll just sign myself in. When you get an email from the site, okay, you'll have something like this. It says, "Hi Matt, you've been set a new assignment." Okay, and I've been set fitness test lessons, and the assignment type is to watch a lesson. So easiest thing I could do is press open assignments. Now, when I open the assignment, I can see here I've still got 5 days left to do it, and it got opened yesterday. Okay, now it tells me I need to watch 100% of the tutorial and make notes in your books focusing on key subject language throughout. And once you've watched the tutorials, it's a good idea to open up 10 minutes in practice mode to reinforce what you've learned, and we'll go through what practice mode is a little bit later. And in your notes, I suggest you need to make a point of the name of the test, the components of fitness tests, fitness tests, and how the test is conducted. Okay. Now, so once you've opened this up, this is where it will send you to go and watch your lesson you need to watch. Now at the bottom, I've already started watching mine a little bit, and at the bottom here you'll see start the lesson, or it might say resume learning. So I click that to open up, and you can see here this has got our lesson here. What I want you to watch is the multi-stage fitness test. So I'll just play it, and this is what it will sound like.
The multi-stage fitness test, or the MSF test. Let's make sure we know it's the multi-stage fitness test. Okay, so let's make sure we know that what this thing is actually.
So this will start playing the lesson for you, and this is where you can make your notes. Now in the top corner here, there's a little bit where it says notes. Now I click onto that. I can see I've made some previous notes before, okay, as I can see here. So I made a note at 12 minutes 30 when I was watching a video, something to do with the advantages of lots of participants can take the test. So if I click on that to remind myself.
Participants. Lots of participants.
You can see it jumps me up to 12:30. So at any point you take notes for one of these video lessons, it will send you right back to that point of the video, so you don't have to go searching for yourself. And you can see here there's little tabs that indicates where you've made notes as well. And underneath there's a little bar that's going along with the playing bar. That's showing how much of the video you watched, so we can make sure we can track you doing 100% of that video. So it's really important you watch through the whole lessons to make sure you've got the widest possible knowledge from that content, okay? And speaking of content, when you open up your lessons, you'll see here all the different content we're going through. Now you can see here, just above fitness test 1, component fitness lesson is locked, and fitness test 3 is locked, okay? So you can't go and watch any other lessons that we've assigned to you for the time being. I want you just to watch those particular 2 lessons. That's all you can watch in this tab, okay? Again, if I look in effects of exercise, they're locked. I can't open up the video which I'm not meant to watch. So you can only watch the videos through this bit, what we're expecting you to watch, okay? Like I said, notes are in there as well if you want to use the videos, but again, use your books as well. Good place to make notes. Now, from here, like we said before, it's then after the video, if I look back at this time, it said go into practice mode. So do that, I could go back to course, and I scroll down. We were looking at the components of fitness, physical training. So open up that, and I was looking on fitness test 1. Okay, so again here, I want to start practice. So I can open that up, and you'll see the screen here. It says you're about to start practice mode. So there's no pressure, you can take the time, use your notes to help. Okay, this is about learning, not testing. So your teachers have no idea what you've got right, what you've got wrong in this area. This is a nice place for you to practice without being scrutinised by your teachers. Okay, and again, you can use your notes. So if I want to start practice, I open it up. So the question here is asking, put these stages of 1 minute setup test in the right order. Start from when the assistant calls go. Okay, so I've got to put these in particular order. So the assistant starts stopwatch, the performance begins, the assistant counts, the assistant tells performance to stop after 1 minute, and before it does as many sit-ups as possible as 1 minute. So let's say I agree with that. I send the answer. It's incorrect. So this is what it tells me. I should have it in this particular order, okay? So it tells me, it gives me feedback. You can also see I've got notes which I've made in this area as well to help me as I go along. So I go to the next question. So where does the assistant stand during the 12-minute Cooper run test? I'd say, well, let's say I want to start the start line. I send the answer, and this time it's correct for me, okay? So it gives me lots of feedback as I go through. I can do as many questions as I want, and it's not scrutinised. All you can teacher knows is how long you spent in the practice zone, okay? Now, the other assignment we got asked you to do was to do a test yourself. So again, you get a second email saying, I want you to do a test yourself, like I was saying before, send you some questions which you'd like to do. So again, I can open up this assessment, this assignment, should I say, sorry, and you'll see here. So you need to score 80% as a minimum on this set of questions, and repeat to achieve the pass mark. If you're struggling or get stuck, go back to practice mode or re-watch the tutorials, okay? So again, I've started this and I can retake the test. Now, if for whatever reason you might have not opened your assessment up here, your assignments, there's 2 other ways you can get there. So you can go to notifications, and I click on that, and I can see here, these are my 2 assignments I need to do, okay? You've been assigned fitness test lessons and assigned test yourself questions, okay? And you see before, I would have sent on one before with the components of the fitness lesson. Once that deadline is gone, you cannot go back to doing that assignment, okay? That one is gone. So that's why it's important you keep to the deadlines, because we can track what you're doing. The other place where you could get to see your assignments is click on here, assignments, and I scroll down, and I can see here, this is what I need to do. So like I said, I want you to do the test yourself, so let's click on that. So again, it takes me what to do. So I want to retake the test, start from there. So I've got 43 seconds, as you can see now, I've got no notes to help me with this, okay? I'm relying on my knowledge. Okay, so the question's asking here, which action occurs when the biceps muscle contracts? So I'm going to say, well, that's flexion of the elbow, and I send my answer. And your answer is correct. Flexion is when the angle of the joint decreases, in other words, it bends, okay? Next question. Higher intensity exercise can cause a production of LA. What is LA? Okay, so I think that's lactic acid. Now you can see here, it's incorrect. So it's really important that your spelling is correct. You can see I've misspelled it, and it highlights for me where my spellings are. So again, like we say in terminology, it's really important that your spelling is correct. So LA stands for lactic acid. It's a high intensity exercise product produces lactic acid. Now, for whatever reason, I might have got bored of this, so I'm going to come out and go back to assignment. And it says, are you sure you want to exit this test? And I'm going to say yes for the time being. I want to come out. If I come out, it's loading up. Okay, I can see my activity on this assignment. So at the moment, I've done 11 out of the 15 questions, and I've only scored 26.67%. I need to get that higher, up to 80% before I achieve the pass mark. So I'd have to retake the test, and I can do that as many times as I want, okay? Now, also though, you might notice on your courses, okay, I scroll down, let's go on courses, I want to study something different, okay, this is what I want us to be studying, GCSE PE. It's the only course you're assigned onto so far, I believe, on this site. You might see these checkpoints here, and you can see I've started this one here already, and it's 12%. Now, a checkpoint is very different to practice mode and test yourself, okay? A checkpoint is only going to be doing questions on that particular topic. So this is a checkpoint for, I'll remind myself again, on the skeletal system, okay? So this is a checkpoint just on the skeletal system. So far you can see I'd scored 12%. So open it up, I can have another go, and we'll have another go. So you see I've got available time here of 18 minutes on this. So, and you can see here you'll be behind and you won't be able to see your notes. So it's a checking your knowledge on that particular topic. So this is what it will look like. So identifying the bone highlighted in this image. Okay, so I'll make the listed error. Maybe some people call it the collarbone. It's not the collarbone. Okay, and see it doesn't give me any feedback at the moment. I'm one of the smallest bones in the fingers or toes. What am I? Okay, so I've got humerus up. I must have typed that before. We'll go with humerus. We know it's not. We know it's phalanges. Okay, so I might stop there. And what I might do, I might submit my checkpoint. So again, it's telling me, well, you've not finished, but I want to finish anyway for the time being, okay? So it tells me here my score. I've got 0%. Great effort, but you can try and do better. I'm sure we can. So what you can do then, you can review your answers afterwards. And you can see here, identify the bone highlight in this image. The key word here has to be spelled perfect. It's the clavicle, of course, okay? Your answer is incorrect. So it gives you feedback after you've done it to see where your questions, what questions you've got right and which ones you've got wrong. So again, we go to the next one. Like we said, we know it's not the humerus. It's of course, remember it's the phalanges, which is plural. That's what we know, your fingers and toes, okay? So again, it's really important you get your spelling right as well, which is really good in terms of your vocabulary and knowledge, okay? Now, like I said before, this is how we'll use the sites, okay? You'll get 2 assignments each week. One will be to watch a lesson, okay, and I suggest you go into practice mode and have a look over that after you've watched the video, and then you'll have a test yourself as well where it's setting about 15 questions. You've got 80% of those questions right to achieve the pass mark, okay. Like I said, the reason we're using this is OCR is specific to your needs, okay, in terms of the exam boards, and if you're wanting to do any more lessons or extend your knowledge, like I said, you can go to my courses, click down onto the physical education study now, and you can go back onto previous things. So it gives you license as well to go over stuff you might have forgot since we've been going through, or you want to get ahead of the game and start studying other areas. It gives you license to go and do that, okay? So it's all specific to OCR, which is our exam board. So it gives you, rather than relying on us to give you work once a week, you've got much scope to do as much as you want in terms of your learning with GCSE PE, okay? Now, if you have any issues, make sure you email myself, Mr. Morrison, or Mr. Fidel, or Miss Ireland, any concerns, okay? So we're hoping now we should see more people logging on and using this platform a lot more, okay? Because it'd be vital to keep your knowledge up moving forward on the course, okay? So like I said, guys, if you have any issues, do email us and make sure you keep yourself safe and make sure you're logging on and doing as much work as you can in these times, okay? Right, thank you very much.